So what I'm doing tonight is making this web app mobile responsive. So yeah, that's what I'm working on. So I've got it looking pretty good for just like a regular page, but when you look at it on a phone, nothing shows up because I've actually got some mobile responsiveness already set up. Scroll all the way down here. So I have large screen, small screen, and they both take in different data that they're displaying because they're going to be formatted differently depending on if it's a mobile device or if it's a computer. And so currently I've got pretty good quality for the regular, but for the small screen, I'm not passing anything. So I'm just going to see how it looks if I were to just pass the other first of all, and we'll see if we can make do with that. Otherwise, we'll make some adjustments and make it more mobile responsive. And yeah, this isn't going to work. Way too tiny. So let's go back to what we had. Profile data small is going to be mostly the same. So I'm going to actually copy this. Okay. Let's see here. What's going to change is going to be top bit. Okay, it's this bit right here, tabs. So I'm gonna need one that's tabs small. Let's see where tabs is. So I'm basically gonna need to do another one of these, but make it more tuned into small. How's it going? I am taking my existing page. Right now it's broken because I'm modifying a lot of stuff, but I'm taking an existing page and making it mobile responsive. Currently it's not responsive for a mobile device, so that's kind of what I'm adding in. Okay. Rid of that. Okay, so this is what I've got right now, and I want to make it responsive for mobile devices. Okay. Width 1.2. That changes things. Not too bad. Well, that is. That's not right. So that's the second container. Just need to change the width to be 1.2 instead of 2.6. That should do the trick. Restart. Oh, I changed the wrong one. Oh, so that one's good. But there it is. Okay. Perfect. Okay, let's sign in and then check out the other pages. This will do for now. Okay, so on a regular device, it looks like this. Okay. And then on a small device, currently there's nothing. So let's go to our home page, check that out. Okay. So let's add in this. We want to basically keep the same, but instead of doing 4 sections, I'm probably going to do either a carousel where you swipe through the different sections, or just a column with all them stacked on top of each other. Haven't really decided quite yet on that, so we will see. Okay, size box is going to be height. Actually, we don't even need this column. Okay. Delete that. 2. One more of these. It's 3. Okay, and then we just need to make it wider to fit the whole screen. So I need to separate these into their own file once I'm done. Too much space. Box small. And this is the biggest thing right here. That needs to be 1.2. That's it. Awesome. Okay. Now let's just make this take up the full section. Let's find that tweet box. Box small. 2. I think this is it. Another 1.2. Not enough. 1.4. Beautiful. Okay. Okay, we need to modify the pop-up. That's this guy. I'm gonna copy this and put it in its own folder. Widgets, new file. Awesome. Pop-up. With that, I need to import material. Import material. Screen size. I am not going to do that. I'm going to actually just do okay. I need to pass tweet controller section. That's a lot of stuff to pass. Maybe I'll move it back actually. How's it going? Harsh. Harsh. Is that how you say? Is that how you pronounce it? Okay, let's actually, I'm just gonna do it I'm gonna do it right back in the main file, and then I'll separate it later on. It looks like a lot of refactoring I'm gonna have to do. So I need another one of these, but for a small screen. So responsive to a smaller device. Show pop-up. They show small pop-up. And the biggest thing here is the width, wherever I'm setting that, right here. I'm do divide by 1.2 instead. Okay, I think that's all I need there. Let's see here. Small. Show small pop-up. Better. Let's do maybe let's just give it the full width. I think they give it like a default padding. And so I bet you if I just say just do the full width, it still won't. Yeah, that's like as big as it's gonna let me go. Let me see if I can make this box wider than that pop-up. Oh, wait a second. Small pop-up. Small pop-up. Okay, that's not bad. Still want to get rid of some of that padding. Padding, horizontal. Let's do 15 instead. Okay. Need to find a color for that background. Maybe just make it transparent? I don't know. Let's see. Oh, that's right. This specific package, I can't manipulate the background of the pop-up. A little annoying. Okay. Let's see here. Good. Looks fine. Maybe I want to do ellipses. Because this is like, that's taking up a lot of space. Either that or I need to make these boxes taller. I think I need to make the boxes taller for one, and then I might need to do ellipses after one line. Maybe just shrink the font size. Where am I? The pop-up. Grid box. Where's grid box? Small. Height. Sorry, 2. Better. You probably fit 2 tweets in there. Let's do like 1.7. Then it gets problematic because when you swipe, if you swipe inside of the box, it's just going to swipe this. So it might get tough to be able to swipe because you have to go down the sides. Kind of sucks. I'm going to make it a little bit, I'm going to put it back to 2. It just provides more space for the user to be able to tap and swipe. Let's make these titles smaller. So we've got, okay. Okay, I think it's below this guy. Yeah. Font size, let's do 25. Okay. Good to me. Wait, that's an issue. I did not realize I had all this still programmed in. I think that's under Explore drawer. We'll keep home. These are all from something else though. Yeah. that real quick. Okay. Let's make our archive page. It's gonna be a lot like the home page, and so I'm just gonna copy it over. I'll change it up later. String route home. Oh. Okay. Biggest thing here is that instead of reading from backlog, I want to read from archive. I remember if I called it archived or archive. Firestore. Backlog, archive, just with an E, no D. Okay. This one. Awesome. Okay, let's try this out. Alrighty. Start up. Log in first. Okay, so we have a tweet. Archive it. Go to archives. There it is. Okay, that's one thing I need to get rid of. Archiving within archiving, you shouldn't be able to do that. It should just be delete only. Although I don't know if we even want them to do that. Because if it's in the archive, that means you used it. But if the user accidentally puts in the archive, maybe we do want to give them that opportunity. How's it going, Wasani? Yeah, so I'm doing a Twitter management tool. So like a lot of people on Twitter have like a strategy that they use when it comes to tweeting. They'll have specific categories that they try to hit each day. And they cycle through those. And the difficulty is planning tweets. It's a pain to have to do it all every day, all day. And so I'm trying to create a tool where a user could spend like 2 hours a week. They could spend that time coming up with a bunch of tweets, basically storing them here, and then throughout the week coming through and utilizing them. So I have a couple other ideas what to do with it. I'm gonna add in like a daily checklist that the user can go through and check off. I think that'll be probably the next like bigger feature that I do. Hold on one sec, I'm gonna let my dog out. Yeah, that'll be the next bigger feature that I'll do, but delete the buttons. This. Yeah, we'll see what ends up happening with it. Yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm doing a lot of refactoring right now. So I have my 2 pages. I have my just base page where the user can add tweets and stuff. And I have the archived, so I'll show you. Spelled this wrong, but whatever. So you can delete. And if you archive, essentially what you're saying is, I've already used it. And then on the archive page, you can see all of the tweets that you've already used. And so I'm refactoring this page to, one, get rid of some of the swiping. So I don't want them to archive an archived tweet. And two, I want to get rid of this plus button. It's just not necessary. So, okay, so that's what I'm doing right now. I just realized something that I didn't want to do. This should be centered. Okay. Fine. Center this. Okay. Awesome. Okay. And I should probably put a home button as well. I don't think it's also confusing which page you're on. I need to make some clear distinction, like you are on this page. Otherwise, that's kind of confusing. Yeah. Maybe I'll just have on the home page at the very top, I'll have the checklist. So these will be towards the bottom, and then the top main section will be the daily checklist, along with stats and stuff related to that user. I want to hook up to the Twitter APIs and utilize that. That's something later on though. But I'm thinking this will be below. You'll have the stats at the top, so it should be pretty obvious which page you're on. But still, I'm going to add in another button here for home. Let's go do that right now. I believe that's under widgets. Hotbar contents. Add another inkwell. And this will just be home. I might have to restart this actually. Didn't name it home. Yeah. Top bar contents. Okay. Okay. So if you start it up from your main file, they'll appear. So like, if I'm on another page, they don't show. But if I'm on my main.dart page, you'll see it appears in the top right, and then you can run it, and then you'll get this pop up. I'm not aware of another way to do it. I'm sure there is, like a command to just pop it up. But that's the way I'm familiar with. I'm not sure if we could try it, running it in debug mode, seeing if the same thing happens. So like this debug button on the side. Yeah, so in debug mode as well, it also works. Don't want to do a debug mode right now though. But yeah, you just have to start it from your main file or run it in debug mode. So that's all you have to do. We're messing with this. I think that's good to go. Let's see. Okay, just give him some spacing. This is a okay. Weird, it's not updating. The whole thing's frozen right now. Like it's struggling to perform a hot restart. I'm just gonna kill it. Awesome. No problem. Oh, that's way too much spacing. Yeah, I have no idea what's wrong, but like it's struggling to perform a hot restart when I'm modifying the contents of this top bar contents file. Can't tell if it's VS Code or yeah. Start up. You like the padding. But it's been having some issues the last few times. I'm just gonna run a quick clean, make sure there's nothing else going on. Yeah. Hopefully this is better. Alrighty. There we go. I am not sure what just happened, but it was taking a while to start up. Okay. Okay, that looks a lot better. Okay. Now let's just highlight it, I'm guessing. And what page you're on. Come back and do that another time. I want to, what did I want to do? Oh yes, I wanted to add in the checklist. And so it's going to require a couple methods on Firebase, and it's going to require a lot of work on the UI. Yeah, so let's go ahead and do that. Void add item to checklist. And we'll have the item. Doc, no ID of the user, doc collection, checklist, dot add. Actually, let's do that doc. I want to set item, and then we want to give it a date. Okay. I want like a datetime.now dot. I don't want the time. All I care for is actually, no, I don't care for a date attached to this. We don't really care for that. We care about the date. So we'll want to know if it's been checked. So maybe I'll just have like a done boolean. Set to false. And then I'll come through and I'll set it to true if the user's done it on that day. And then I'll probably have to do a check to see what day the user last looked at the checklist. And so, yeah, each time they open it up, I'll check. And if it's the same as if it's the same day as the one that's stored, then we will keep the values. If it's different, we'll have a method that goes through and just updates them all to be cleared because it's a new day. Okay, so doing that, now I just need a UID. I don't think I care that they're in any particular order. And so I may actually just switch it to an add instead of a dot set. Oh, you're good. Yeah, it took me a while to get comfortable with VS Code. I used Android Studio for the longest time, and I never wanted to switch because I was so comfortable. And VS Code seems so difficult and confusing to find everything. But once you figure out where everything is, it's so much nicer. Okay, so that method is good. I create the user. I want to get the date, but I don't want to make it just Flutter date time without time. Yeah, I just want this. I don't want the time on the end. That looks ugly. The date format. There's gotta be an easier way to do that. There's got to be a much simpler way to do this. It just seems... Okay, they're trying to convert it. Flutter get current date. Don't care for time. Actually, I think just a date object. Is there not just a date object? Have to be date time? All of this is on Firebase. So I'm using Firestore and Firebase auth. Let's see here. I think I'm going to need to take, because right now I'm storing it with the time. I don't care to store it with the time. All I care about is the date. I also need to create a variable here called last check, and set it equal to date as well. But I need to convert. Let's see. What kind of object is that? Hour. Okay, that's what I want. Oh, that works great. Fine. Let's try this out. Date time. Wait. We're using two different. The date equals date time. Now dot year. Now dot month. Now dot day. Dot to string. Let's see what this equals. Kill this. Run it in debug mode. We're going to create a new user and see what that looks like. I'm also curious if this is easy to parse back into a datetime object or if it's going to be difficult. Sure. We'll work with it. Okay, so let's sign up. Something@gmail.com. Oh, okay, that's an issue. Let me just fix that real quick. That's my auth page. Let's see, that would be handle and obscure text. Okay. I think I have another one of those. Yep. Okay. Let's redo that. Up there. Okay. No, it's still adding that on. Not what I want. Not good. Flutter datetime with only date. They seriously need to add in something for this. I could split it. I'm just trying, I want to do it in a way that can easily get parsed back into a date. And I'm worried that manipulating it in a way that's not like already defined in the datetime library might make it more difficult to parse it back into it. But it looks like they can take it, like you can format it. So maybe I will just strip it. Yeah, let's just do it. So I'll just say date is equal to date dot split by space position 0. Okay, try that again. So this should split it up into a list of strings with space as the limiter, and then we'll just grab the first bit, which should just be the month, day, year. Let's try this. Okay, that works. Sweet. Okay, so we've got that. So that's our last check variable. So we are going to need to have a check method. So let's do future void item checked, or we'll just call it check item. And that's going to take in a UID of the item. I'll just call ID. Use a lot of this. Users checklist dot doc ID dot updates. And we want to update the done value to be, well, I guess that depends on what it was previously. So if it previously was checked, actually, so okay. We first need to see, is it the same day? If it is, then we can do the inverse of whatever the done value is. If it's not, then we need to clear out everything because it's a brand new day. So we'll do same day check. Then assuming that's fine, we get the response we want. We will update this document. And for now, let's just set it to true. We need to handle the case where they uncheck though. And so maybe we'll just we're going to do this. We're going to pass the value that should be set to, and we'll do all the logic for figuring out which value it should be on the front end. Yeah. Okay, that'll be fine. Let's do that same day check. Let's have another future method that will return a Boolean. Actually, no, it doesn't need to do that. We can do all the logic in here, should it not be the same day. We don't need any parameters taken in. I don't believe. Oh yeah, we do. Because we, wait. No, either, yeah, no, we don't care. We don't care. I was trying to think if we care what the response is in this method, but regardless, we're still going to update the value. It's just whether or not we need to clear it out first because it's a new day or not. Yeah. So same day check. So we first need to get that value. So we're going to do a document snapshot. We'll call it doc snapshot. It's equal to Firebase Firestore. Oh. .instance, .collection, users, .doc, .id, .get. Okay. And you throw a little await in there. Maybe send the value of document snapshot. I feel like I've done this already though. Oh, okay. Need to do await first, and I also, that's a method, not an object. Okay. Then we can say string last check is equal to doc snapshot dot data. I think it's called last check. Yeah, last check. Okay. Then we need to convert that into a date. Actually, we could just leave it as is as a string. Not even bother converting it back into a date and just checking if this value is going to be the same. Thanks. There's probably going to be a lot of cleaning up afterwards, but okay, if last check is equal to date, clean up checklist, else we're done. We don't need to do anything. Okay. Wondering if there's like a quick way to go through every item in Firestore, Flutter, Fire. I want to go through every document in a collection and set a specific value to false for each one of those documents. I'm not sure if there's like a method for that. I'm hoping there is. We might just have to get a collection reference, iterate through the collection reference, updating each document as we go. But I'm hoping there's just a nice little method already built for that sort of thing. Okay, query snapshots. That's what I want to deal with. Yeah, so I'm worried that I'm going to have to iterate through each one and then do another query to update each one individually. That just seems costly. I'm just hoping there's a way to update every single one without having to do that. Limiting, ordering. Yeah, I think I am going to have to do that. If anyone knows of anything better, let me know, but for now, we are probably going to have to iterate through each one. And what I'm trying to do for anyone kind of jumping in here, I'm trying to basically, if I get to this point, I need to go through a collection of documents in Firestore, and I need to update every single document. I need to update a value called done on that document to be equal to false for each and every document. And I'm trying to see if there's a more efficient way other than iterating through and doing a query for each one and updating each one individually. I was hoping that there was like a update all method in Firestore, but I don't think there is. So what we'll probably have to do is we'll have to do that. We'll have to iterate through each one. Let's see here. was that? Document snapshot, okay. So this is the bit I'm interested in. So we're gonna have to do another query, Firebase, Firestore. Dot collection. I think I called it checklist. Yeah, checklist. You'll probably have to iterate. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I figure I'm just trying to make an MVP for now, so like I can always come back through and clean stuff up, and hopefully at a later date, if something comes about, I can always update it. But for now, I'll do just a brute force iteration through each and every single document and updating them. Hopefully users don't add 100 items to their daily checklist. Hopefully it stays under like 5. That way it doesn't become very costly. But we'll see. Get.then. There we go. Formatting for me. Okay, so here I have each document. Then I need to perform the update for each document once I get to this point. So firestore.instance.collection users.doc UID.collection checklist.doc doc.id update done, set it to false. Okay. So I think what this should do, for each document we get, we are going to update the value of done for that document to false. Oh wait, hold on. It's not equal. So if they're not the same, then I want to do that. If they are the same date, then the users. Okay, yeah. If they're not the same date, do that. But I also, after this, I need to update the user's core document. I need to update the last check value to be today. That way, the next time that they check, it won't hit this again and run all this unnecessary querying. Okay. Oh. And that's it. So, okay. So when the user checks an item, they will pass in the ID of that item that they checked and a value that it should be set to, whether it's true for it's done, it's been checked, or false, they're unchecking. Then what we're going to do is we're going to run a same day check and see is the last time that they checked. Oh, although I may want to. I'll probably have to run a same day check as well whenever they sign into the app. Although if they sign in multiple times in a day, that seems unnecessary. I'll need to come up with a way to where the first time they sign in each day, same day check gets run. And that way I don't even have to run it here. For now, I'll do it on login. So let's see, auth page. No. Do it in my auth service, sign up, sign in. right before it returns success, I'm going to do await check. What did I call it? Same day check. So anytime they sign in, it'll run this and clear out the table if it needs to. Yeah, I think that should work fine. And we won't need to check it every single time that we check an item. We only have to do it once when they log in, and preferably down the line, I'll figure out a way to check it once a day, not every time they sign in, but just like the first time that day. Yeah, we'll figure that out. That's a little bit better. Yeah, hopefully there's something more efficient. But honestly, the way that Firebase is structured too, I would have to have thousands of users checking off hundreds of items a day in order for it to like incur some kind of cost for me. So I don't care too much. It's just if it affects performance that I'll start to care. Okay, so that's done. So let's focus on adding in the checklist then. So I'm probably going to use a stream builder similar to how I did it here. So I have this is my stream builder that, let me pull open the page. So I want to do a checklist at the very top of the homepage, and the user can add items to the checklist, they can remove items from the checklist, and they can check and uncheck items from the checklist. So now that the back end is pretty much done, at least an MVP for it is, we can get into the UI a little bit. And depending, I don't have a ton of time, so we'll see how much I actually do. I want to do it right here at the top, will be the checklist. And I'll probably also have a section for like statistics. Like I'll hook up to the Twitter API, show retweets, follows, likes, that sort of thing. Okay. So what I want to do is I want to be able to have, similar to how I'm doing it here, I want to have a nice scrollable checklist above this section. Let's shell out the UI first. So let's scroll down to the bottom of homepage. Profile data. Okay, let's do this. Checklist. Yeah, that's fine. Box decoration. I think I'm okay with the theming that we used on the other ones. I'm gonna use that. Okay. Width will be screen size dot width divided by 1.2. And child will be do some padding. Of 25 and a stream builder. Stream, we'll do Firebase Firestore dot instance dot collection users dot doc Firebase auth dot instance dot current user dot uid dot collection. And this will be checklist. Snapshots. Okay, that's my stream. For the builder, go ahead and reuse a lot. Other builder we had. we'll reuse a lot of the same core logic and then just swap out the contents. Like this. Slidable. That's good. Okay. So this will be each item in that list. So we'll need like a checkbox button. We'll need to display the text of the item itself. And then I'm not really sure how to do the delete, whether it'll be like swipeable and delete. That probably not, it's a web app. I did it for the others, but maybe I'll put like a trash can symbol. Or maybe you can check it and then there'll be a trash can in the top right. We'll figure it out. Okay, so that's padding. Child. Let's just do text for now and just make sure it works. And we'll do document data. What's it called again? Done. Item. Huh? Oh no, I was using Roboto. Repronounce that. Colors.white. Size. Do 20. Okay. Turn center. Why is that angry? Expect to define closing. Huh? I expected to find another one? I guess I was one off. Okay. Let's add in some fake data. And we can see if it shows up. So firebase.people.com. User 2. Tweet. Firestore. Core user. So we have checklist. Don't care for document ID. This will be item checklist item 1. Okay. Add one more item. Item 2. Okay. And we are missing. Oh no, we already have it. Last check. Creation date. I'll leave it alone now. Okay. I think that should be enough. That's all we need. Start this. Probably gonna get a lot of errors. See how we did though. Okay. Okay, no errors, but also no data showing. Hmm. Okay, so it's getting 2 items. Yeah, it's getting it. It's just not it's not showing it. Okay, that would be why. Yeah, we got some rendering errors. Missing. Okay. I think it just wants a height. Yep, that's all it was. Just needed some height. Yeah. Let's make it a little bit wider and a little bit taller. Actually, the height's fine. That's fine. Width will be 1.1. It's still not the same. Let's do 1.12. Okay, that's about right. Sweet. Okay, so we've got our checklist items. So the next thing we need to do is format each individual cell to look clean, to have a checkbox, the text, some way of deleting the items, and then we need to have some kind of area similar to down here where you can add a new item. So I don't know if at the very end of the list we just add like another add item. Probably not. Probably just do it like in the top right, kind of like we did here. Okay. Sweet. So let's go and do that next. Need that print statement. Right in here is where we're going to do it. So we're going to give it a container. Child will be the text. Do a decoration, box decoration. I'm thinking we do it similar down here where we had that darker color. That was the tweet color. What was that? Do? This one. Decoration, color. Some border radius. Circular. Simple 5. Oh, is that not the right color code? I really need to add theming to this. That's got to be the next thing I do because this is kind of getting annoying. I'm starting to lose track of my colors now that it's going to be bigger. Okay. That looks fine. Let's just give it a default width and height now. So say width is equal to screen size dot width by 1.4. Perfect. And height. Let's not even do a height. Let's just give the text some vertical padding, and then that way if it overflows onto another line, adjust child padding. Adding edge insets. Symmetric, vertical, 7. Okay. Okay, actually, let's change this to all. And this will change to a row. Okay. Looking better. Once we are hooked up to the Twitter APIs, I'm thinking that the checklist will take up maybe like just over half of this top section. Then we'll have another area here. I want it to look really clean, like an admin dashboard. And this other section will have information about that user. So how many followers they have, how many retweets and likes and comments that their tweets have from the past month. And then maybe over time we can get like super analytical and kind of do how Twitter analytics does, and they show charts and all that. But we'll kind of just build over time, keeping it simple. Now that it's starting to become a little bit more of a refined idea, I might want to start going back through and refactoring things before it starts to get too big. I'm not sure yet though. Not sure. Part of me just kind of wants to keep on just like cranking away at adding things and worry about refactoring and cleaning up the little details later. I did a lot of cleaning up earlier today, where I went through and I factored out some widgets, factored out some of the theming. But it's starting to get a little bit crazier. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna go to pub.dev and see what kind of fun checklist stuff. I'm sure somebody has created some fun ones. Game engine, nope. Seriously? Nothing? Checkbox. Okay, let's see these ones. Radio button. Oh, that could be fun. The entire container gets selected. Yeah. Simple rounded checkbox. Depth exam. Up. Okay. Okay, I was gonna say, is there no way to tell it what to be set to? If anyone else has used a package in the past that they like for checkboxes, let me know. I'm all ears. But I think this sounds pretty fun. Being able to select and then basically the entire container would get highlighted. That could be pretty fun. Let's shrink this down a little bit now and kind of see how it's going to look if it were smaller and we had another container to the right. Let's see here. Container. We did 1.8. Oh wait, no. Messing with the wrong thing. It's this container. Yeah, now let's get a float to the left. Container. Bear with me for a second here. I want to be able to visualize how this is going to look. Center this. Okay, let's give them some padding. Make that guy wider. 2.5, we'll do 2.4. Oh, wrong variable. 3.8. Awesome. Okay, this is starting to feel a little bit more like an admin dashboard. You have your checklist here on the left, you'll have statistics here on the right. Scroll down, this is your backlog of tweets in different categories. I still need to add an option to edit the title of each one of these. And then I'd also like to add the option of being able to add and remove sections themselves. So just have like you could add up to like, I don't know, 8 maybe, or you could have as little as 1. And it would just populate in like a grid pattern. But for now, I'll keep it just 4, but I need to add in the option to change the title. And then let's finish building out this first and making this look good. And then we can come back and touch up that and then add stuff in here. Okay. Let's see, it's 6:20 here. I am probably gonna take a break. Maybe I'll jump on later tonight, but I'm gonna stop here for now. Yeah, I'm gonna try to jump on. I'm gonna start streaming more often and just kind of working through whatever project I'm working on. This is a web app in Flutter. I typically do more mobile apps, but I've been really into testing out and getting to know Flutter Web a little bit more. And so I'm going to be doing more projects with web, specifically this one, for the next probably a week and a half. And then I'll probably return to more mobile development. If you want to chat or have any questions or have any recommendations for things I could do with this, then you can get on the Bleyl Dev Discord. If you go to bleyl.dev and you scroll down to the bottom, there's this Discord button in the social icons, and you can join the Discord. And that's always the best way to reach me in chat. So